We are about to watch the Street Fighter V Championship Edition Summer Update thing. Presumably, they should be announcing at least one character. I'm really hoping they do something more akin to what they did back in Season 3 or something, where they only really announced and like showed gameplay from one character, but they also showed a video where they showed every character that was going to be coming in. I'm hoping they do something more akin to that this time. Show us, yo, here's everyone we're going to be putting out. Personally, I think that generates a lot more hype in a moment and will get people more excited. If they decide not to do that, then that fucking sucks for us. I expect Makoto. That one seems like it's been in multiple leaks. Not that any of those leaks have been something I paid too much attention to. But I think Makoto is a popular enough character that they're probably going to figure out how to get her in here. Dudley, I'd be a little more surprised about. Maki is something... Apparently that is a character from Final Fight. I did a little bit of searching about that character back in the day. When one of those leaks claimed that one. But Maki is apparently a Final Fight character. And this game has a lot of Final Fight characters in it. It's got Abigail, Cody, Lucia. I feel like there's one more, but maybe I'm going crazy. Poison. There we go. So I would not be surprised if Maki makes it in here as another Final Fight character. I'm really expecting Oro, a Street Fighter 3 character who has not made an appearance anywhere else. I would be very excited, kind of, if we saw Sodom, who is a alpha character that hasn't made it a lot of places, but I know is, for some reason, weirdly popular. I still think it's weird Dan hasn't shown up in Street Fighter V. And I would be very much into seeing another iteration of C. Viper. A few of these characters have all shown up in the story modes for many people. Like Oro is in story modes, C. Viper is in story modes. I can't recall if Makoto is. She might be in one of the story modes for like Ibuki or something. But as for my 5, I'm saying Makoto, Oro, Maki, Dan, and a new character. Those are going to be my guesses for the 5. Today, I think we'll see Makoto no matter what. I'm hoping we see everybody. Sean. Fucking, if they put Sean into this game, that would be hype. That would be fucking crazy. Like, he's in the game already as Laura's brother, but Laura was already the new character that Sean wasn't, like, because Sean was from 3. If they put Sean in here, that would be hype. Totally. Give him the dunk, give him the funny setups with the ball. I don't think he's going to make it. I think Sean is not going to make it. Dan will make it over Sean, 100%. Here we go. Fuck yeah. So apparently Ono is not the head of fighting games at Capcom anymore. So we also probably aren't going to see any Ono here, which is weird. I don't know how that happened. I mean, I know how that happened, but I'm surprised. Hey, Saikyo style! Dan's back. We fucking called it. Look, Dan is a fucking staple at this point. I'm not surprised.
で、今ちょっと映像が、
I do
自分の席で撮ったやつがあるんですけども、それが流れてるかと思うんですが、
I do wonder if he's going to be closer to his
持ったキャラクターだったので、
Street Fighter 4 iteration where he
す
is
ごくマッチしてもってこいのキャラクターだな。
he is a character you can actually fucking play instead of the joke that he started out as.
どんな性能になるかっていうのは、ちょっと楽しみにしていていただけるとありがたいです。
I know there's people out there for whom Dan is like the hypest thing they could have announced. There are people out there like that, but for me it's really about if they want to, like, considering they are missing EVO and all these other big events because of COVID right now, being able to generate hype in a different way is really what they need to be doing. So showing all these characters having a big moment for the hype seems like what they gotta be doing here. Kenny Omega, as someone who doesn't follow wrestling, Kenny Omega is probably my favorite person doing anything involving wrestling these days.
I bring nothing but good news. First and foremost,
He has all of the fucking
to Street Fighter 5,
charisma you could ask for.
I'm gonna give you another character announcement right
Yep.
here, right now. Yep, I am.
Thank you, Kenny. Who we getting?
Are you ready for it? Here's clue number 1. This character is returning
Uh-huh.
from Street Fighter 4. Have you figured it out yet? No?
Is it
Okay, I'll give you another.
actually Sea Viper?
This character
Hakan.
originated in the Alpha series.
Alpha series. Alright, who the fuck is that?
Hmm?
Makoto's not an
Getting
alpha,
warm,
right?
are we? All right. Last clue. This is a big one. If you can't figure it out,
I don't know Alpha very well, honestly. Because
goodbye.
Makoto's 3.
Somewhere in this background, I have decorated this room with the biggest clue, the most tell-all clue that just gives it right away.
Is it behind your head, sir?
Scan the surroundings. Have you figured it out?
I don't know, I'm a fucking idiot.
Street Fighter 4, Alpha series. Somewhere in the background.
I don't know Alpha well enough, I'm sorry, man.
Returning to the cast. a
Is
new entry
Makoto
to
an
Street
alpha?
Fighter 5 in the last season.
Yeah,
am
I didn't think
proud,
so.
Happy, excited to give to you someone you've all been asking for. Gosh darn it. Rose.
Oh. Rose is from Alpha? I did not realize that. I mean, Rose, okay. Rose is definitely a character that was pretty popular in 4.
ローズの発表ありがとうございました。
That's interesting.
ローズに
Okay.
ついてはものすごく喜んでる皆さん
She-
多いんじゃないかと思いますが
I'm surprised mostly because I feel like they gave a lot of Rose's tools to Monat in this game. Like I remember learning Rose a little bit in Street Fighter 4. She's cool.
あと、まだデザインの段階
She's definitely more my style than Monat is. Monat is
このローズにちなんだものになるよ。
more zoner than I like to do, and I don't feel like Rose is necessarily a zoner. just a defensive character.
の発表もしたいと思います。3体目のキャラクターはストリートファイター3
Street Fighter 3,
1000人
Dudley or Makoto,
あります。
or Oro. Alright, so I got Dan, I got Oro. That's 2.
個人的にストリー
I'm
ト
doing
ファイター
pretty good.
デザインで
I'm doing pretty good.
入れる理由
This is one
したいと思います
I'm going to be really interested to see what they do with, because I don't know a lot about him in Third Strike other than the one-armed thing, and one of his supers like gave him fucking stuff floating on his head that would like shoot out with his attacks in a weird way, like some weird mix between Dalsim and Gen. See this thing, he has like those stones and stuff like floating above his head. I don't understand what that super does,
はい、ちょっと期待して待っていただけるとありがたいです。
but obviously that's got to be like a V trigger or something for him in this
今
one.
回はこれまでの4体目のキャラクターの発表は
Oh, tell us all five, baby. Tell us all five.
はい
I love it.
世界観がですね
This is what I wanted.
ファイターとつながってるっていうと、もうなんとなく分かっちゃうかもしれないんですけれども、
Uh-huh.
私立ジャスティス学園から
Rival
風
schools.
間明が参戦することになりました。
Akira. So I don't know Rival Schools as a franchise, really. So if they're doing a Rival Schools character, first off, I don't know that this one has ever been in the Street Fighter universe, which is cool. But also that means I'm doubting we're gonna get another Final Fight character. So here's the thing that's weird. I really expect Makoto.
参戦はかなり
But at this point, if we're only getting one more character,
ないかなとは思うんですけども、特にその気になってるのがジャスティス
are we gonna get Makoto or are we gonna get someone
かなりちょっと
brand new?
楽しみにしてもらったら嬉しい。
I could see Akira counting as the new character because she's never existed in this franchise, but
に関しては、また後日の発表とさせていただきますので、そちら
oh, are they not announcing the last one? Oh no, come on.
この発表を聞いてシーズン5の開始までに練習しなくちゃ。
Well, I'm glad that they told us most of them. I'm a little sad they didn't tell us all five.
シーズン5のコンテンツは現在鋭意制作中になります。簡単ですがリリースロードマップを用意しましたのでご覧ください。
All right. So we got. I wish I should have paused or something. We'll go back and we'll look at some of this stuff in a moment here.
コンテンツに
All right, let's take a better look at this. So this winter, so you can see it. I think this roadmap probably would have been pushed up a bit if not for the COVID stuff. I bet we'd be seeing Dan like by the end of this month without those kinds of delays. But here, okay, so here's the part that is interesting. If we look at winter 2020 here, Dan 4 costumes, cool. CPT stage, like, okay, that's one of the things they do to make money for supporting their tournament scene, cool. New costumes, great. Nostalgia costumes, probably for Dan anyway. But, new battle mechanic. What the fuck is new battle mechanic? Because they already have 2V skills, 2V triggers for everybody. The V system is like the mechanic around this one. New battle balance, sure, balance stuff makes sense. 10-1 says it's gonna be the alpha-ism system. I don't know the ism system very well, but that would be wild if they like really heavily changed how super meters and everything work into the ism system. That would be such a huge change for Street Fighter V. I can't imagine they would actually do it. Making a change to the game that extreme, that late, seems wild to me. You know what? Here's something I could see it being. In Street Fighter 4, and I feel like some earlier Street Fighters, there are proximity moves. And by that I mean, when you hit medium punch from far away from somebody, you do one move. If you hit medium punch when you're really close to somebody, you actually get a different move. I could see them reintroducing that to a lot of characters as a way to change or increase combo potential among certain characters, give new combo routes, that kind of stuff. Which would be a new battle mechanic, but wouldn't be a giant change to the overall systems of how the game functions. Critical Art 2, that isn't a bad guess. But here's a question. Do you think if they do Critical Art 2, do they do it in the way of you select your critical art, or do they do it in the way of you have access to both? I could see them going either way, but it has felt like the way they've expanded the V system into choices in order to try to allow people a bit more freedom's not the right word, but a bit more expression in how they play their characters through the V system and the way that can change combo routes and that kind of stuff. I think a alternate critical art, I think that's a really good guess. If they do Zangief, for example, he has his critical art where he fucking grabs you on the ground, and in a lot of past games he's had a critical art that works in the air. If they gave him that and then you have that selection, taking that air super might really discourage people from jumping at Zangief in a way that maybe helps Zangief control certain matchups. And making that selection seems interesting. And then one more character, probably gonna get pushed, I'm gonna guess, to winter 2021. And I'm still assuming that's Makoto. I'm really surprised they didn't announce it here.